Hi guys, it's Steph here. This is my first video on this channel. I'm gonna start a video series for my new blog, Live from Candyland, and the series is going to sort of document my journey into Lolita and other sort of cute pastel type fashions. So yeah, that's sort of the point of this. This is just an intro video, so I'm going to talk about sort of how I got into Lolita, my first coordinate, which I've already ordered. It's on its way soon. I'm really excited about that, or at least parts of it are on its way. My style as a Lolita now, and sort of how I predict it will change, which I think it'll be interesting to see sort of what I predict is going to happen versus what actually does happen throughout, as I tend to be very fickle, especially with fashion choices. Like, I change my mind on a dime about what I feel like wearing and stuff. And I'm also going to talk about some other sort of alternative fashions I enjoy because I love fashion, really, and it's something I've sort of ignored for a large part of my life because I was very self-conscious and I didn't want to be noticed and stuff, but now I'm sort of, you know, I'm ready to start exploring that, as you can tell by the blue hair. So topic number one is, how did I get into Lolita fashion? I first encountered Lolita fashion in about 2006. I was in grade 7, 12 years old, and I picked up a shoujo beat for the first time, and I was just starting to get into anime and stuff like that, and I saw an ad for Baby the Star Shine Bright, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever, and I just fell in love with it, and it was love at first sight. And then since then I haven't, like, at that point in time I sort of loved it on other people. I didn't really want to wear it myself, but I've been there's always been a point in at least every year where I come back to doing some more research on Lolita fashion and looking it up, and it's been a lot of fun. And a couple of years ago I followed a blog called Lolita Tips, which is a really great blog for beginners and stuff, and it introduced me to a whole side of Lolita I didn't know existed. Like, I knew about the major brands like Baby and Angelic Pretty, but I didn't know about Taobao shops or off-brand or Bodyline or anything, so I thought Lolita would always be too expensive for me, so I didn't really bother looking into it. And then I encountered this blog and I realized it was actually really, really cool, and it was something that I could do. And at that point in time, that was about 2 years ago, I believe, I finally decided that I was going to someday get into this. And at that point, though, it was my first year of college and I was quite broke. So of course I couldn't get into it then. But now, I'm out of college, I'm working full time, I need something to do with myself, because all I do is sleep and work. So that's how I got into the fashion, and that sort of brings us to the point we're at now. I ordered my first coordinate on Saturday at about 1 in the morning. So I have a tendency to internet shop at weird times of night, but I decided I was going to do it for my birthday. I saved up all this money, so I bought my coordinate and for my birthday, and I was very, very excited about it. I just have it up on my laptop here, just sort of off screen, so I can remember what all the names are. But if you want to see pictures of this is on my blog. But my very first Lolita cord is Infanta's Cinderella JSK, and the head bow in navy. I love dark blue colorways. Like, I didn't think I would love them as much as I do, but like, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. And the R Series Corridors of Vios blouse. You can correct me on that pronunciation too if I'm wrong. And then I'm getting it with Bodyline's shoes 245 in off-white. And then I'm going with the Raphael Doctor's bag from Loris. The one thing I'm really worried about, though, is that it's going to be a brighter white. I think the blouse and the shoes are more of like an off-white or an ivory tone, and I'm worried that that's going to be like bright white. But we'll see when it gets here, I guess. I can always do some thrift shopping and some modifying and, make a suitable bag that'll last me until I can get something else. And then I was just going to wear these with a dark blue pair of OTKs that I currently own. However, I was on the Grimoire site the other day and I saw their princess portrait socks in navy, and those are just perfect, I think, for this cord. Like, they're so cute. So I'm kind of working towards saving up for those to see if I can get them in either in time for my first cord or like a second one with that. I am really excited about that. But yeah, that's my first cord, and that's my advice to others who are ordering their first cords, I guess. So next I'm going to talk about maybe my style, sort of my personal style in Lolita and how I think it'll evolve. The cord I started off with is a very classic cord. I wanted to go with something that was more toned down that I could wear to work and sort of, like, not that I wouldn't be able to wear other styles except maybe sweet. I don't know if my boss would be okay with me wearing sweet to work, but I think I could get away with gothic and classic and stuff like that. But I went for a very casual classic cord. I didn't want to do anything super hardcore right off the bat, but also because classic tends to blend in better, I didn't want everyone on the train to be like staring at me right off the bat, because I'm not used to attention and I hate it for the most part. And my sort of test to see if I could really go out in a fashion that a lot of people would question was to dye my hair blue, which turned out well. No one really asked me about it. I had one person say, "I like your hair," and it was really sweet. And then I had some construction worker yell, "Nice hair," at me. It wasn't so sweet. But you know, I've discovered that I can deal with people staring, and I usually just sort of internally roll my eyes at it like, okay, well, there you go then. So, you know, your style is not going to be everyone's style, and there's no reason you should expect it to. But yeah, so I have decided that I can go out in things like that, and I'm going to work on my self-confidence and my courage. However, I'm going to start light and just do classic for now, and there are some sweet dresses I really like, so maybe when I get more used to it, I'll purchase more sweet stuff. My fashion varies majorly by season. Like, in the fall, I tend to go for a very gothic style. Like, I wear a lot of black or a lot of dark colors. Even, like, the music I listen to and everything is very gothic, and I think it's because it's Halloween, and it's also, you know, autumn is just it goes with gothic fashion. It's a very good season for gothic fashion. And, so I think I'll go for that in autumn. I'll start building a gothic wardrobe, because I know that's what I'll be really interested in. And then in the spring and summer, I go for sweet things over the top. That's usually, spring and summer is when I usually start exploring Lolita again, because it's when I get into the very sweet, cute things. It's, you know, it's just a sweet time, and it's really like spring and summer is like this big break after the like long, hard Canadian winter. And so I think I'll go for more sweet then, but until then I think I'll do more classic and gothic, or some very casual sweet or bittersweet. But I'm hoping as, you know, I grow in courage, I'll be able to wear more elaborate coordinates and more over-the-top gothic and sweet, instead of sticking to like a nice classic box. I often think of classic as the more toned down style, because you don't see a lot of over-the-top stuff in it. So it's a lot easier to wear on the street and not get, you know, questioned by strangers. But yeah, that is something I'm working on, and I really need to improve. So yeah, that's my style right now. I predict in the future it will get more over the top and more elaborate. I love making jewelry and headbands and things like that, so I feel like I'll make a lot of elaborate accessories to go with it and stuff like that. That's something I didn't include in my coordinate, is jewelry. I'm planning to do very simple stuff. I have some strings of pearls and pearl bracelets and some nice little dainty rings that I think would go very well with it, so for now. So I think I'm going to hold off on buying anything from Etsy or anything just at the moment. And then I can always, you know, I can make things if I feel like I need them, because that's, you know, something I love to do. Yeah, and we're going to move on to the last topic of this little intro video, which is some other fashions I enjoy that you might see occasionally featured on my blog or this video series vlog, I guess. I really hate the word vlog. I think it sounds weird, so I'm going to try and avoid using it. But anything cute, over the top. I love Fairy K and also Dolly and Cult Party K. especially fairy K. I love it. And also steampunk, which is sort of out there from the stuff I've been talking about, but I have a full steampunk outfit and I have been into it for years and years, and you know, I wear corsets and things, and it's just a grand old time. I love it. I also love some just mainstream gothic fashion, though I don't think I'll be exploring that as much as Gothic Lolita, because I prefer the cute look to go with it. I don't really like the just straight up gothic stuff on myself. So yeah, I guess that's everything I wanted to talk about. It's both more and less than I thought I would be talking about, and yeah, I'm going to conclude it here, and you know, thanks for watching. You can subscribe below, or I will put links to both this blog and the link to the pieces from my first coordinate, maybe, or maybe just the post I made with it.